everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and today he and I are going to be finally going over Inside Mari, Chapter 53, Thinking of Yori. I almost said One Piece there. Anyways,
well, yeah.
This has been a little bit delayed, presumably because the author was doing a chapter of happiness instead first, but we got it now finally.
Finally. So Mari's currently still looking for Yori, and she decided the first place to go, which is what I actually thought of too, was Isao's place, but she's not there.
And you can tell that because Isao is still alive.
You're right. But so she tries to find Yori, but she just leaves, and she tells Isao what's up, but he's just like, Mari! Wait, Mari! Mm-hmm. And she just leaves him.
Yeah,
damn,
he's pretty much at the point of pity now. Meanwhile, Mari's wondering why Yori ran off like that. Was it because she kissed her because she hated being kissed by Mari? And
yeah. Was it because she was kissed by Mari's body, or was she was kissed by Isao in Mari's body? Is that what she hated? Which one?
That seems to be it. Like something like that, but I forget exactly. Go ahead.
The former or the latter? I
don't know. It's like that kiss seemed to set something off. I know that. Okay. Probably because it felt like more like it was Isao more than Mari to her.
Oh, okay. Because there was also, you could either go with if she hated the fact that Isao was disgusting, or that he was abusing Mari's body, mm-hmm. or that she thought that Mari's body itself was too good for her. Yeah. So that you can go with either way.
Given the context, I don't think it was that last one. At least from the context of what happened before.
Yeah.
Anyway,
who the hell knows?
Anyway, Mari starts going to the places that she and Yori had been before, like a restroom where they put on makeup. The place where they found out Mari had been stalking Isao.
Yeah, and then the convenience store, right? Oh, the books and video store.
Yeah,
which is Alvis's now.
Yeah, it's like is that where Mari bought like the naughty magazines or something?
Well, I don't think it's the. I thought it was the magazines, but it just says books. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So it is. It is.
Yeah.
It closed that quickly. What has it been like? It's been like 2 days, right? Or is it like longer than that?
I think it's been a decent amount of time for them, like at least a few weeks.
Okay, let's face it. This panel right here is like the most tragic part of the chapter right here.
What, the business going out?
Yeah, this is tragic.
I feel that's first world problem it may be, but I find feelings more depressing than seeing a store that you've crossed so many times just out of business completely.
Yeah, it's cut off essentially, because there was so much stuff that actually happened in that place. I'm surprised. Maybe that's why they closed it down. It's like, you guys are not buying books. You're just talking.
Yeah, and that's where Mari was buying like her adult stuff. I mean, they found that they were selling to a minor.
There's a lot of stuff going on. So
anyways, and Mari goes on running off thinking about Yori and how Yori stayed by her side all that time. Ever since she'd been inside Mari's body, Yori had been by there, and Isao last Mari never had anybody like that before, never in her whole life. And yet she doesn't actually know anything about Yori herself.
It's also interesting that because Yori she was the one who knew all about. She always talked about Mari, so you actually never got to know the true Yori. Not to mention that it's interesting that she considers her a friend, even though she was basically being a bitch to her the entire time.
Especially early on.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the point where I was shaky about even reading the series because I didn't really like that too much.
Yeah. But then Mari actually says that he's like, "How long am I going to be thinking just about myself?" Mm-hmm. And then it's not interesting because me and my other friend were talking about how Mari is like really, really like a narcissist because she was everything. If you actually look back and see all the events, they always surrounded Mari, and everything was basically pointing towards Mari. It was always about her, and subconsciously she's like, of course she would hang out with a stalker, right? So it seemed like everything was feeding into her ego, at least on a subconscious level.
Yep.
Like everything was happening. It was literally all about her. So now that she actually recognizes it, I don't know, things might change. It might be a small, I mean, it's a big panel, but maybe we don't think about it that much, but I think it could actually be very important later on.
Probably, but right now I think we got to get past the initial crisis for the moment, and after Mari has that little declaration on there, the phone rings. It's Yori's sister.
Yeah.
It's like she tells Mari that she can just stop for now. Like she just go home. You've looked long enough. Like you shouldn't have to do this for that jerk. I'll keep looking for her, and I'll let you know when I find her. But Mari's determined to keep going on there. Keep looking for her.
It's interesting that her sister is such a bitch.
Well,
it's like
the next page suggests that there may be more to this, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's just like the way she says that jerk. I mean, she says I'll keep looking for her, but it's like, how hard is she actually looking for Yori? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like, is this just like she's upset? You know how sometimes you're so upset at someone you love for being like running away, that you act like you really hate them. In reality, it's because you care about them so much.
Like you're so worried it makes you furious.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that's the case, or is she legitimately being a bitch?
I don't know, like, because the next page, that's what I was referring to. Like, the sister goes on to say, like, she didn't know that Yori had a friend like Mari. Like, whatever I say to her falls on deaf ears. She hates me and Mom. She always looks bored, and you've seen her room, right? She shuts herself in that cramped space and doesn't come out.
You know what's really funny about this is that is literally the description of one of the main characters of Aku no Hana.
Yeah.
The Flowers of Evil. And they even had a similar designs too, which is really funny.
And then, Mari the Elder keeps talking, but at this point, our Mari is no longer really paying attention because she's caught sight of Yori on a bridge.
The first thing I'm thinking right now is like, is she committing suicide? Is she trying to commit suicide, or is she like?
My first option was fake out on committing suicide.
A fake out? What do you mean, like fake out?
Like cliffhanger. Like it looks like she might be doing it, but no, nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, because I don't know. She's just looking out into the sun, into the night sky, or what?
Yeah, she's just standing there. Like I said, my first thought was wondering if there might be like a suicide attempt getting ready to go here too, but I don't know. I think that if it's meant to imply that, it's also meant to fake it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, but that is the first thought that comes to your head. I think that's intentional, obviously. I mean, they gotta stop making these bridges so easy to get to.
Well, it looks like there's like an overpass, like you cross the bridge across the street.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's just like it's the in manga. There's always the two ways of people dying, which is either falling off a bridge. Three ways: falling off a bridge, getting hit by a train, or getting hit by a car.
Or being gone for a while and then coming right back, only to die immediately right after.
Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, we think so you're saying that it's probably a fake out.
At least if we're right and it's trying to make it look like she's going to commit suicide, yes, it's a fake out.
Okay. I actually think she's going to legitimately commit suicide, or try to, and then Mari has to talk her out of it and try to talk about how much she means to her and all that stuff. All that mumbo jumbo. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, there's not even that much to talk about. So. Yeah,
but we're still kind of in like most of them moving around here. Like there's the only thing I can think of here is like the part where the sister says that Yori hates them. Like my first thought on there, because you notice he doesn't refer to a father.
Yeah.
My first thought. My first thought is divorce. Siding with is the divorce. My first thought. Yeah. My second thought might be widow. Maybe she blames him for the father's death in some way.
Yes. Okay. It's interesting that both her and her sister seem to live alone, though, because the mom's not there.
Yeah, and if it was a divorce, I mean, I actually made a page on TV tropes about this sort of thing. Like, in anime, there's always a case where the parents divorced and then they kind of split the kids down the middle.
Yeah, because they're assholes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I actually made a page on TV tropes about that. It's called Solomon Divorce.
Is that even allowed? Do people actually do that in real life?
In the States, I wouldn't think so. I don't know about Japan has laws about that one or the other.
Because that's a terrible, terrible thing to do. Right?
I know, and it never... especially when it's anime, because it always feels like there's like one parent that's an asshole.
And the first time I remember this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Joey and his sister.
Digimon was my first time.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Digimon. You're right. You're right. In
fact, Digimon...
That was also an asshole. Yeah, I remember Digimon. Yes, they did that.
Well, I don't think either parent was really an asshole in that case, but even so, I mean, why? I mean, I can see maybe like there's a practical concern, but this happening way too often for a practical concern to be the case. Well,
you know what? They paired Matt with Sora, so I don't question their decisions when it comes to decisions.
Batman Beyond.
No.
Yeah, before the dad died.
Really?
Yeah. The little brother was with mom. Terry was with his father.
Oh, well, I don't remember that because I only watched the beginning episodes like 3 times at most. So I just remember him always with his mom.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be my first thought in general. There's like the idea that a divorce occurred. At least I can see that being like the first thing that comes to my mind as to why Yori would resent the two of them.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it for this show.
Yeah. Like I said, there's not a lot to build up here. Like it's mostly just Mari running after Yori, realizes she really don't know a damn thing about Yori. Because if you look, all the places that she went to were places they had both gone to, or places Yori had taken her.
They've never been on this bridge before, right?
I don't think so, or at least Not for anything significant.
Okay, well, first time for everything then, right?
Yep.
I guess this will be one of the places they'll remember.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, that's been our rather quick review here of Inside Mari, Chapter 53. If you got your own ideas about what the deal is with Yori and her family, or if you got any ideas for what might be coming next, let us know in the comments. And hopefully, if you enjoyed the videos, give us a like and a subscribe and all that other good stuff. And have a good rest of your day.
Bye.